Before I knew. Okay. Okay. Now let's open our language choice. On page 16, you have language choice. It's for you. Using these cues, let's finish the sentence in two different ways. We have to use the cues and would or was going to. For example, when my grandmother was 10, she didn't know that war would break out soon. War was going to break out soon. Yes? So, but the war, let's put it, the war would break out soon, right? So it means that you have to in two different ways, yes? And for example, the war was going to break out, right? So, like, was going to break out. Do you know what does break out mean? Yes, break out is like starting, was going to start, right? So using these cues and the would and was going to, yes, you have to finish the sentences in two different ways. What about two? You have the accident that summer. It's on page 16 in our, yeah, and
she was going to the
So it's like when my grandfather or mother was 10, she didn't know that it's connected to the grandmother actually, yes? I mean, each sentence connected to related to the grandma, right? So when my grandmother was 10, she didn't know that she would, in two ways. You have to do this. Like, war would break out soon, war was going to break out. So the same. You have to finish in two different ways, using this cues and using would or was going to, you know. Like,
she would have an accident in summer. She was going to have an accident in summer.
She was going to have an accident, and she would, and she was going to have, and what? She would have, right? So she was going to have an accident. And what else? What would the second way? She would have, right? She would have an accident, right? Yeah, two ways. Yeah. So you're doing this in two ways. Yeah, she was going to have and she would have an accident, right? Yeah. Yeah.
Her sister would be born in the next year. Her sister was going to be going to be born in the next year.
It was going to be born, and the second way,
her sister would be born in the next year.
Yeah, good job. Yes. Okay. What about four?
When my grandmother was 10, she didn't know that her brother was going to run away from home.
And the second way, because you have to do it in different ways. Okay. What about the second way?
She didn't know that her brother would run away from home.
Would run away from home, right? Okay. Money. Yeah. Good.
she was going to get a lot of short stories for her birthday. She would get a book of short stories for her birthday.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Her family would move to a big city. Her family is going, was going to move to a big city.
Was going to move to a big city, and the second way.
Her family would move to a big city.
Mm-hmm. Good. Yes. Right.
When my grandmother was 10, she didn't know that she would become a writer. When my grandmother was 10, she didn't know that she was going to become a writer.
Mm-hmm. She was going to become a lawyer, or what was second way?
Я уже сказала.
Ah, would become. Right. Okay. Great. Yeah. Okay. What about the next one?
She was going to write a book about her childhood. She would write a book about her childhood.
She would write a book about